Yo, what is up guys, this is Vaulty back again with a brand new World of Warcraft video. Classic WoW just has a lot of really unique and crazy items you can get. However, some of these items are insanely broken and pretty overpowered. So in this video, I'm going to be going over 7 overpowered items in Classic WoW. So let's get right into it. Starting off at number 7 is Snowballs. So you may be wondering, how can a snowball be overpowered? Well, in Classic WoW, you could use them to basically kill whoever you want. Even players on your own faction would pretty much be instantly killed if you use a lot of snowballs on them. During the Christmas event of Classic World of Warcraft, there was a small time where you could get some snowballs from Alterac Valley in snow piles. The unique effect of using a snowball on a player is that they get flung back into the air and it actually causes them falling damage. It's pretty easy to imagine how this could be exploited and how you could use it to grief other players. People use snowballs quite a lot to troll other people and actually get a huge advantage in battlegrounds. If you're in a battleground like Alterac Valley and you use a bunch of snowballs along with the rest of your raid, you could actually instantly kill a player from falling damage. And this is exactly what happens in this clip, so let's check it out. Number 6 on this list is Iron Foe. So this was a really unique item that you could get in Classic WoW. Although this isn't even a max level item, this is still one of the best in slot items for a lot of melee classes up until late game raiding. The unique effect of this weapon is that this one-handed mace has an absolutely insane proc chance. It could actually proc 2 extra attacks upon attacking a target. So essentially, you could attack a target and actually get 3 attacks out of it. Because of this proc, a lot of people really wanted this mace, and the only way you could get it is by a very small chance of it dropping from the last boss in Blackrock Depths, which was a really long and frustrating dungeon. But that being said, a lot of people really wanted this item, so many people went into BRD just to get this. So in this clip, a player is using Iron Foe and you get to see how much damage it can really do. So with that being said, let's play the clip. Number 5 on this list is the Goblin Rocket's Helmet. The Goblin Rocket's Helmet was one of the most broken items you can get in PvP. People playing PvP really hated to be on the receiving end of this item. This helmet had a cooldown on it where you could basically stun a target for almost up to a minute. And yes, you heard me correctly, you could stun a target for up to a minute. Although if they receive any damage they would wake up, it is still a really long time to be out of the game. The Goblin Rocket Helmet could be used by a player to beat players 2-on-1. In Classic WoW, fights were over really quickly. In fact, they pretty much never lasted above 30 seconds. So stunning a target for almost a minute is insanely good. So with that being said, let's check out the Goblin Rocket Helmet. Number 4 on this list is Fell Striker. Fell Striker is an absolutely broken dagger that you could get. It had the insane proc of giving you guaranteed critical strike damage for 3 seconds. So if this dagger procced, you'd get guaranteed critical strikes for 3 seconds on all of your attacks. This is probably the most broken proc you could get in the game, as this proc alone would basically skyrocket your DPS if you were lucky enough to get it, and you did have to be quite lucky to get this, considering that it has a 1% chance of dropping from Rend Blackhand in Upper Blackrock Spire. But with that being said, here is a clip of the Fell Striker proccing. Number 3 on this list is the elemental reflectors. So guys, engineering in World of Warcraft Classic is known to be really overpowered in PvP. And one of the examples of this is the elemental reflectors you could get if you leveled up engineering to a high level. By equipping these trinkets, you would get a cooldown ability that allows you to reflect any elemental damage back to the target. These trinkets could be used for fire spells, force spells, and shadow spells. As you can imagine, these were really useful when fighting against players that will cost a DPS. By reflecting their own spells back to them, you would deal an insane amount of damage and you would basically waste their time and global cooldown. If you time it right and use the trinket when their spells hit you, it will reflect back to them and you've pretty much won the PvP fight. These are really cool and really powerful. But with that being said, let's play the clip of an elemental reflector in PvP. Number 2 on this list is the Might of Manifold. So guys, which item in Classic WoW do you think has the highest DPS? I'm pretty sure a lot of you will be thinking that it would be Sulphurous, the legendary two-handed weapon that you could get from Classic WoW. However, this is not the case. In fact, the highest DPS weapon in the game is the Might of Manifold. This is an absolutely insanely powerful two-handed weapon that you could get from the final raid of Classic WoW, Naxxramas 40. The sheer amount of DPS basically makes it the best two-handed weapon that you could get in the game. Even if you have Sulphurous, the Hand of Ragnaros, you would still want to equip this over that. That is how powerful this item is, and when coupled with a paladin that has Reckoning, you could pretty much one-shot whatever player you want. The burst damage that was capable from this two-handed weapon was absolutely insane. So with that being said, let's play a clip of the Might of Manifold. Before I get into number 1, which item in Classic WoW do you think is the most overpowered? Please leave that down in the comments below. If you can guess number 1 correctly, give yourself a cookie. But without any further ado, let's get into number 1. Number 1 on this list is the Wolf's Head Helm. So guys, you may be wondering, why is this item so overpowered? In fact, this is only a level 40-ish item, and it really isn't that amazing. However, in the hands of a feral druid, this is absolutely best in slot, so much so that it basically revolutionized the gameplay of a feral druid in Classic WoW. This helmet would give you 20 extra energy upon shapeshifting into a cat form, which basically allowed you to get free energy every time you shapeshifted. So feral druids in Classic WoW could actually do a really complicated rotation where they go in and out of cat form to get free extra energy, which could be used to significantly boost their DPS beyond what they would normally get. To be a good feral druid in Classic WoW, you really do need to get familiar with this item. This item gives you a really unique gameplay, and it's honestly pretty fun to do. When Classic WoW gets released, I think a lot of feral druids will be forced into using this item. In fact, this helmet is so good that it is actually best in slot up to the Burning Crusade. That is how good this item is, and I don't think any of the other items on this list can actually be best in slot up until the Burning Crusade. So that is why this gets number 1 on this list. But with that being said, let's play the clip of the Wolf's Head Helm. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel for more World of Warcraft videos. This is vaulty, signing out.